Yo, it's Sway.
Sway.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
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 Only on Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah. Bitches.
I remember there were a couple of episodes of Happy Days. I'm gonna take you back. And I believe your name was Christina. Was it Christina?
I can't remember, frankly.
You can't remember?
My cousin's name was Skippy. I can remember that.
I remember Skippy.
Remember Skippy from Happy Days?
I do remember Skippy.
And there was this gorgeous woman who was in these episodes of Happy Days. And she played alongside Henry Winkler, Ron Howard, Scott Bell. Bayo, legends in the game, and she's here with us today. That's not her claim to fame, but that was my first point of reference when I first saw the gorgeous eyes of Morgan Fairchild. Ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Thank you.
She's here. And back then, I believe that Henry Winkler, a.k.a. The Fonz, was the coolest dude on the planet.
Indeed.
Legendary. In the world of Hollywood, he is. What was it like working with him? What was he like back then? Was he as cool as the Fonz, or was that really great acting?
Well, both. I mean, Henry is one of the nicest, kindest, smartest guys in the business, and just a wonderful guy. But he's not actually the Fonz. The Fonz is a lot edgier than Henry. When you talk to Henry, he becomes very Talmudic on you, you know. So Henry's great. And, you know, they were so lovely. That set was so lovely to work on. Every time I'd be back on the Paramount lot shooting anything, I'd go over and hang out on the set and chat with them. Ron Howard was great. Marion Ross was great. Tom was great. I mean, everybody was fabulous. It was really, that family was like what you saw on the show.
Yeah, Marion Ross played the mother, Tom Bosley the father, and you know, and I mean, you know, I grew up in Oakland, and you know, we grew up on welfare for a few years, but I felt like those white people were my parents too. You know what I mean? You know, right?
Wow, Sway.
They were not pretentious white family. You know, it was like everyman. Everybody knows someone who's the coolest guy at school. Everybody knows someone who's a potsy.
Yep.
You know? I mean, it's like everybody could
Ralph
identify.
A Ralph Mouth, right?
Yeah.
Ralph Mouth?
Yeah.
And little Joni.
Yeah.
Oh, she's messed up now.
What happened to her?
Erin Moran has been all over. She just got put out of her trailer. She was living in a trailer park. Yeah, she was on drugs. She's been on drugs, alcoholism. She's just floating around Hollywood.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
Yeah. What happens, Morgan? You've been in this field for a while. You've seen things come and go. What happens when a person has that level of success, and then the disparity in where they become, you know, desolate like this, and they be out on their own, they're homeless? How does that happen? Did that ever happen to you?
No, I've been lucky. I haven't been homeless, you know. But I'm also, I take a different approach. You see this happen sometimes with the child stars, where they get so used to being the center of the world when they're little kids, and then when they reach teenagers and they're not cute, or when they're teen stars and they get to be adult and they're not cute, they're not the teen idol anymore, they don't know how to handle it. I mean, I've had a few. I mean, I remember sitting on one of the early TV movies miniseries I did was with Natalie Wood and Roddy McDowall, and they had both been big movie stars when they were little kids and grown up in the business, and talking about how hard it was to make that transition when people have adored you and suddenly people you thought of as father figures or mother figures on a set wouldn't even say hello to you in a restaurant or at the grocery store, just ignored you, that you just disappeared because you weren't valuable to them anymore. And I think it messes up a lot of people's sense of identity and self-worth and things.
So you think, so maybe that could be what's happened with people like Lindsay Lohan, who has gone off the deep end and has always seemed to be in trouble, maybe at being a childhood star and then having to grow up. Maybe she's had it. Or Amanda Bynes recently, who was caught smoking weed in the front. Not that that's so bad, right, Morgan?
I don't know that Lindsay is sort of the case we're talking about because she was a child star, but she was still working. She had not been rejected. She basically brought the rejection on herself by not showing up on the set and things like that. So it was a little bit different case than when the business rejects you because you're not the cute little kid or the cute teen idol, and that she sort of brought it on herself. And I think everybody in town is sort of rooting for her and hoping she can really get it back on track. Hope this Liz and Dick movie will be good for her, you know?
Yeah.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.